Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. Join us every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. Learn more about the Experience community at our website, local.theexperience.video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The Experience is brought to you each week by these great sponsors. The Aspects of Aging weekly talk show with Christine A. Smith. Unscripted conversations with experts. AgingBetterNetwork.com. James Reed and Associates. Family-owned and serving clients' insurance needs since 1981. Call them at 503-588-8229 and online at jamesreedagency.com. Capital Mortgage Source, lending solutions for all types of real estate. Reach them at 541-829-8042 and at their website, capitalmortgagesource.com. Memory and respite care at the Arbor at Avamere in Kaiser and assisted living at Avamere at Albany. Arbor at avamerecourt.com and avamere at albany.com. And now let's get on with the show. Hey.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good to see you this morning. Welcome to The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. And starting off today with technical issues. Woohoo! Yes, gotta love that.
And welcome to December. I've got the camera right behind me showing the North Pole. There's the mailroom cam right now. It'll be swapping through a bunch of different things as everything is getting ready for Christmas celebrations. And Russ, it's December already, and it's already the 3rd of December. This month is just flying by.
It is just flying by. It's crazy. It's already, man, I tell you, we're already a few days into December, and we just got here.
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. Well, listen, we are all good to go and ready for another amazing Wednesday here on The Experience Live with Russ and Scott. We are here every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Texas Standard Time, here for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. We go live at 7, but then guess what? It sits on LinkedIn and YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days. And so you can go back and watch it forever, and you can reconnect and you can connect with our wonderful guests. We have Baz Porter on today, an amazing, amazing guy. And there's so much going on with him. Can't wait to bring him on. But also, you can still connect with him later if you missed it live. So please put hashtag Team Replay if you're watching on replay. And if you don't have time to view, guess what? You can listen on Spotify because it'll convert to audio podcast as well. So many ways to listen. Please engage, like, and share. We appreciate that. And Scott, what exciting things are going on with you today and this week?
Well, I tell you, it's a new month. We're winding down 2025. I'm looking forward to 2026, and I'll be speaking at PodFest 2026 on January 15th to the 18th in Orlando, Florida, and I'm looking forward to that. And for that, I created a limited edition, limited run podcast, 7 series. It's releasing this month, 2 episodes a week. The first episode is out right now, and it's how to differentiate yourself in the marketplace, and specifically looking at radio. But the broader topic is, how do you differentiate? How do you stand out in a very noisy environment? So people can go to my website, dscottsmith.com/podfest2026 and subscribe to the podcast. It's only 7 episodes, and each episode is 5 minutes or less. I'm excited for that time because when I'm in Orlando, I get to be roommates with the fabulous Mike Ashebrainer from the Hounds of Business and my best friend and business partner, co-host, Russ Hedge, the inspiration specialist.
I am looking forward to that. I tell you, I'm really looking forward to it. Excited. Can't wait to be able to support you. Everybody go to dscottsmith.com and support Scott today. I'm going there and signing up for those podcasts today and making sure that I listen to those so I am ready to roll. And I'm telling you, Scott's got so much wisdom And it is such a great thing that you need to check that out. Trust me, I know this. So anyway, Scott, so amazing. Thank you so much for that. I am excited. Things are still going great with Life Happens and Then You Choose. My book has been doing great, has been selling daily. And yes, very exciting, very exciting. Just sold several copies yesterday in person at meetings that I was at, as well as copies online. You can go to the Amazon link in the comments and buy your book today. You can get it in Kindle, in paperback, or hardcover. And I tell you, Scott, the hardcovers have been way more popular than I thought. Been selling a lot of those. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
It's really important, especially and I'm just throwing this out there in general for people. If you have a book and you would be interested in having it in libraries, maybe it would be good for a school library or a public library. Librarians don't want paperback books. They're not designed to last. But hardback books, and it doesn't cost you anything to say, yeah, go ahead and make a hardback cover of my book when you're setting it up on Amazon or Ingram Spark or any of the other platforms that are out there for print on demand. So get the hardback version.
Yes, definitely do that. And Liz Lawless, huge shout out and thank you to Liz for all her help with my book. So anyway, Scott, I'm super excited. I just want to remind everybody that please, right now, as we're getting ready to go, Baz is about to come in the house here. Please share this out and tag your friends. Let them know that we are on. Also want to remind you that if you want more information on Scott and I and on the experience, all that we're doing, go to local.theexperience.video. Today, you can find out about this show, about our Experience Local show, about backstage we just had on Instagram, about Scott's radio show, the Waco Experience. All the amazing things that are happening are available there. And also, please join our YouTube page. Please subscribe because you will be amazed at all of the amazing guests that you could still connect with. And you can do that on our local.theexperience.video or go directly to theexperience.video. We'll take you straight to YouTube. And we're just so thankful. We have so many opportunities, right, Scott?
Yeah, absolutely. And I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Thank you for making this show possible. And if you're interested in also supporting this, go to our tip jar. And you can see the QR code down there. But if you go to local.theexperience.video, you can click and support this show and get Russ to Orlando and
there you go.
Ireland and to your neighborhood. And I'll just throw out one last thing before we bring Baz in. Get a copy of Life Happens and Then You Choose. And if you're interested in, or if you need a speaker for an event that you have, for a sales team that you have, for a civic group that you have, bring Russ in and buy a copy of the book for everyone that attends. You will be the hero to your organization.
Well, thank you so much. I'm blushing, Scott, but thank you. I love to lift up people, encourage you, and encourage workforce. And a Encourage team is a productive team. Trust me. Love to help you out there. And with that, let's get Baz in the room and get this party started, Scott.
Let's do it.
Hey, Baz.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
So good.
Baz, always good to see you.
Friend? Listen, we're going to start with the absolute basics, Baz, and start off with, even though we've had you on before, for those people that don't know you, who in the world is Baz Porter? What are you up to?
Well, firstly, thank you for having me. And it's third time a charm, as they say. I'm Baz, as previously mentioned. I am a high development coach, consultant for executive female leaders. I inspire them to go to that next level, and I meet them where they really are. And I try and understand their world, what they truly want, and then we reverse engineer a system to take them to that next level in their life or equally businesses.
Well,
Awesome,
we're talking
Scott.
about books, Baz, and pardon? But Baz, as we were talking about books, you've got your book right there by your shoulder. Can you pull that one up and let's talk about that for just a moment?
This is the hardcover. There are several. There's a Kindle version and there's a paperback on Amazon. This is Die Empty, Live Full. It became an international bestseller about earlier this year, actually. This is about reverse engineering the principles that I've created over the course of my coaching career, and it's about RAMs. So it's a much simplified version of the system, and RAM simply stands for results, attitude, mastery, and systems. Results being what it is you want. Attitude and authenticity is about, my camera's doing funny things, thanks very much, stay. Attitude is about aligning with yourself and authenticity, making sure it works for you. Mastery is the constant elevation. Right? Mastery is the constant elevation of what you want. And the systems is the how-to bit. I'm actually currently building an educational center hub, kind of like a mix between Harvard, NLP structure, landmark, and a few other things all thrown into one in order to teach this to our next generations in wellness, quantum physics, business, psychology, and human behavior. So it's all shelled into one, which hasn't been diluted. And the book itself is about how that journey actually happened and actually teaches you the step-by-step mechanics of reverse engineering your result or goal that you want in your life. It goes through scenarios in a storytelling format.
Well, that is amazing. And what really caught my attention there is when you're talking about really aligning with yourself and becoming the authentic you that you are, Baz. I think that's so important. When I talk about people connecting, I start with people connecting to themselves. And that's the same thing, aligning with where you are, being really connected with who you are, because without that, you can't take it further, right? You cannot connect and align with other people and help them. Talk more about that.
So one of the things I realized when I entered the personal development world, there was a lot of people talking about the goal, where they wanted to get to. But what I also noticed, there wasn't enough people talking about if it was right for them. There was a lot of consultants telling people what to do, how to be, and they were coming from their lens in life and their experiences. But no, there are very few people who are asking a question of, so you've made it this far in life, what's them experiences? Do they align with you? And what do you truly want? And is it authentic to you today? And that I found was a very, very powerful question. And it got people to think a lot deeper. It certainly got me to think a lot deeper about what I truly wanted. And earlier on in my personal development career and learning a lot of this stuff, I thought success was, being in a high-rise apartment or next to the beach, having a nice car, on the outside a successful business, but it was actually, sending me to burnout, and it didn't work. Eventually collapsed. I heard a statement very recently, actually, about what success is. And success is a slow growth, but collapse is immediate. And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners, operators experience, because they have an idea that isn't aligned with them. And the universe has an interesting way of teaching us lessons. And if you don't listen, it turns up the volume to make us listen. And me and a lot of other entrepreneurs that I have experiences with also have a similar experience in different ways. So the authenticity part is about understanding what aligns truly with you and your voice at whatever stage of life you're in, and also of what business you're in. Does the business fuel you? Do you wake up going, I get to do this, not, oh God, I've got to do this? And it lands a lot differently.
When I was, Baz, my kids were younger and I was coaching their sports teams, football and track. And one of the things I talked to the students about was you need to enjoy practice, because you practice a lot more than you play. And if you're only there for the game, or to be standing on the top tier with the medal being put around your neck, then a lot of your life is wasted, right? Because you're going through a lot of motions only for a particular goal at the end. And what I'm hearing you talk about is meaning and purpose, because our goals really fall out of meaning and purpose.
Yeah, very, very much so. One of the things that I noticed in not just entrepreneurship, but in all of business, all of any walk of life, if you're not passionate about it, if you don't have meaning behind it, if you don't have the purpose and the authentic why, Simon Sinek talks about this a lot. It's irrelevant. It becomes boring. It becomes nonchalant. People don't get or retain the information. And I find that any interaction that I do these days like this has purpose. It has meaning. And I really understand, and I want other people to understand at a much deeper level of who they truly are by rediscovering their purpose, their passion, where their next level is, whatever it may be. People have different goals, different aspirations in life. I'm not someone to say you shouldn't do this or you should do that. It's up to them. And if you can encourage that and expand on that vision, on that purpose within them, then the future is possibly a better place for that collective.
Yeah, I like to talk about people that are trying to be well-meaning, but they're shoulding all over everybody. You should do this, you should do that. And a lot of times people are busy trying to be somebody else, somebody they're not. And I think this whole deep dive concept is so important to really find out who you are. You can't ever truly align and connect with yourself if you don't understand what you're all about, what your purpose is, why you're here. And I think so many times people get off track with that. And you've got a lot of life experience that you're able to help people with that as well, right?
I try and guide people from where they are. Life experience happens because you put yourself into uncomfortable situations, but it's getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, but trying to remain kind of safe, if that makes sense, if there is any such thing as safety in uncomfortable environments, because that's where growth happens. What I realize that a lot of people try and do is they speak at people and to them, and they don't ask a different question, such as, is there a world or a possibility of X, Y, and Z from where you are? And get them, the person they're speaking with, instead of to think about a different walk of life or a different way. And there are deeper questions that people can ask. And the most powerful gift that I ever received was someone to listen to me and actually understand how I viewed the world at the time, my lens of the world, compared to where I wanted to get to. And one of the things I learned the hard way is entrepreneurs don't realize that the inside of their business, the inside of their house, no one else understands. What other people see is the outside of the house. And if they understand that and feel safe to walk through the door, to understand more of the inside, the mechanisms, the what you do bit, but in order to understand what you do, they must first understand what the outside of the business or outside of the house looks like. It's the same with human beings. You approach somebody, it looks dodgy or doesn't look safe, you don't approach them. And they don't want to understand the inside of the person. So understand and have a clear concept of what the outside of the house looks like, and then you feel automatically safe to walk in and have a conversation. But you do that without judgment and asking different questions. For me, it took me years to understand what I was building, because only I knew and could explain it, But on the outside of my house, everyone was like, I don't get it. And it was true because I didn't get it fully. Now it's a wellness hub, a hard blend between Harvard and Princeton and a lot of other things brought together, which is authentic learning without being diluted. But if I say to it, it's an educational hub, most people can understand that because they have a concept of what online is, offline is, and education, and a place or a gathering, a vault. And that's essentially what it is that I'm building, but equally with human beings. So who are you? What do you truly want for your life and for your future and for your immediate family? These are questions that very rarely asked. Sorry, D. Scott.
I love this, but I have to say you have picked up that Colorado accent, X, Y, and Z. I'm like, what's this X, Y, and Z stuff? Should be X, Y, and Z, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, this is just such cool stuff, and I know we're going to be winding down the show here, but we are winding down the year, and I want to hear some practical things that people can be doing this month in December to make 2026 the best year of their life.
I love that question. Forget rituals or New Year's resolutions. They don't work because there's not enough reason to carry them on. 2026, pick one result that you want to get by the end of next year. Pick a date, pick a time, and get really detailed on what it is that result is going to be, what you're feeling, who you're going to be with, what's the day in their life. But most importantly, the why behind it. The reason New Year's resolutions don't normally work, and there's a statistic about this, is simply there's no reason to carry it on past the month of January. We lose momentum. So get a reason why you want to do this. Pick it, elaborate on it, go deeper, and then commit to one thing every single day for 365 days of the year that's going to work towards that one thing that you want by the end of 2026. Don't fake on it. If you slack on it, you won't get what you truly want. Build the muscle of discipline and then watch things automatically come into your life to explode for whatever that result is for you. But make sure the why behind it is so powerful. A little tip with this: it's never about you. It's about something outside of you, much greater than you, but it's still closely connected to your value system. So have fun with that, and please let me know how you get on.
You know, it's interesting you bring that up because I think that is a huge, huge reason why people don't commit and accomplish so much, is they don't really know why they're going about things. They think they know. New Year's resolutions, everybody resolutes to, go on a workout binge and they're going to work out like crazy, and they always overcommit and do way too much. And 3 days later, they've already stopped because it's just blowing them out. And they don't really have a deep why within themselves to why they're actually doing what they're doing. And whether that's your business or your personal life, I completely agree. It is so important to really understand yourself and understand where you're at, because then it means something to you. Like you said, when it's really meaningful to you, there's a reason to continue. And then that commitment to continue is a lot easier. It's like my morning devotions and my every morning reading my Bible and working out in the mornings. I'm committed to that. And there's a reason and why I do that. And so I'm sticking with it every day because it really means something to me. So, well, Baz, you're amazing. Listen, we're going to let you wrap things up here with your gold nugget of today's conversation, what you really, really want people to remember. And then also make sure you let people know how to get in touch with you And again, any information, we put your book in the comments, but any other information and connections you want people to know, please let us know. All right, go ahead.
Sure. Thank you very much, guys. Firstly, you can get me on LinkedIn. I'm mostly available on LinkedIn. The website is bazporter.com. Please book a conversation or have a chat with me there. There is a couple of websites that I want to give out, which is the self-audit. For anybody interested in exploring to work with me or exploring to go a bit deeper, then the audit or the self-diagnostic is the place to start. If you qualify, and not everybody does, then we can have a conversation. This is about you understanding your world at a much deeper level. There's no point in committing to something longer term unless you understand something that you want to iron out or go towards. I'm not for everybody. I'm not a coach. I'm a guide. And I'm pretty harsh when it comes to elevating people's lives. You can ask some of my clients. I'm not that fluffy guy that's going to tell you everything's going to be okay. I'm the guy that you call when you're in 4 a.m. panic and things need to be sorted out quick. If you want the book, go to the website, bazporter.com, or you can just go straight to Amazon. It's on there. I appreciate everybody. But remember, you're the miracle. You're our future. Don't think that you don't matter. So whatever you're doing in the holiday season, phone a friend, pick up the telephone, spend it with someone that cares. Spend it with family, spend it with someone who needs a friendly ear. Don't spend it alone, and don't waste any time with people and situations that don't serve you. Thanks for having me, Russ.
Man, that's powerful stuff. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's so good, Baz. So good. And it's do not isolate people. We need community. We're better together. And you need people like Baz that can speak into your life. And Baz, we appreciate you so much for being here today. You're always amazing. Thanks so much. We're going to say goodbye to you on screen, but hang tight for a minute in the green room. We'll be right there. All right. Thank you, friend. Wow. I tell you, he is so full of great information.
Yeah, I love that. What he has is it's practical advice. I mean, he's got deep philosophy that goes in it. There's a lot of scientific disciplines that are blended into this, but we've got practical advice, practical steps that we can take as we kick off December. I'm glad that we had Baz here. Practical steps, things that people can do. Find that thing, find your why, find that one thing that you want to implement, and then daily do something that moves you toward that. In 2026, your life will change. And as he just said, you'll be able to change the lives of those around you.
That's right. And just remember, every day the life happens and then you choose. Every choice you make makes you, right, Scott? And so there you go. Get a copy of that book today. It's in the comments. And we appreciate everybody being here. Remember, we're here every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your listening and viewing pleasure. Also, this converts to a video podcast afterwards, sticks on LinkedIn and YouTube forever, Facebook for 30 days, and then also converts to audio podcast on Spotify. Please look for us there. We appreciate everybody being there. And until next time, Scott, I'm ready to go. Any last words?
Baz has given us some great advice. Don't just go, oh, that's great advice. Please do some application and share this with somebody who will be an accountability partner for you in 2026. Yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? Have fun with your life, right, Scott? We're here to make you smile.
There we go.
I got to get Kermie in there. Until next time, enjoy your life and enjoy
the experience.
See you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.